What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka Season 3, Episode 16. And no, I haven't gone to the dark side. Wow. A little bit. I'm going to do a lot of discussions about stuff. I have a massive review. I think I might split it up, though, and only do half and then do the other half another time. Before I get into that, I want to thank a lot of new subscribers I have. Harry Monster 666. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Cosmo Bosco 771, thanks for subscribing. ETA Nick, thanks for subscribing. And Mr. Perfect Flash, thanks for subscribing, appreciate it. The reason for the Undertaker music: one, Undertaker's my favorite wrestler of all time. Love him, think he's great. Which I'm going to discuss that a little later. But also, I figured it was appropriate for I'm going to do a discussion: Death of Damian Wayne. And I'd like to talk about my little April Fool's joke. Some people found it funny. Some people found it a little disturbing and were unhappy about it. But most of the people in the community got a good laugh out of it. I know, a little crazy, but I figured, you know what? Throw a little humor in there, because lately the community's been kind of riveted with stuff. You know, contests are driving people nuts, and trolls driving people nuts, so I figured, what the hell, a little humor might change the odds a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well go over the stuff. Like I said, I got a little review of DC and a whole lot of Marvel. I did a lot of reading lately. Plus, like I said, I've not been making too many videos because so many things going on. But, do a quick review. I think I'm going to do DC first, then maybe I'll do Marvel another time. But Batman Incorporated number 9 pretty much picks up right where number 8 left off. They're burying Damian Wayne, and as most people know, Bruce Wayne kind of handles death a little differently than most of us. Kind of the same way, which is kind of why I like the character a lot. I kind of handle things when people die a little differently than most people I know. Strange like that, I guess. But anyway, they're basically burying Damian Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is just kind of going through the paces and remembering everything that happened and led up to it. And he kind of blames Alfred for a second there. He's like, you know, you let him out of the cave. He should never have left the cave. You know, I told you to keep him in the cave. And Alfred's kind of like, you know, I figured he can handle himself. You know, he's been trained by assassins and trained by you. He's like, I figured there wouldn't be a problem. And Bruce Wayne just tells Alfred to go on vacation. And Alfred's kind of like, you know, I don't want to. And he's like, just go on vacation. I don't want to talk to you. He's like, when you get back, we'll discuss things. And then they go into like this whole plan trying to get Talia al Ghul. But it's pretty cool. Interesting book. Talon number 6. Another interesting one. It's kind of cool. Basically, you find out that the guy who's been helping him is actually the... Spoiler alert. I'm going to spoil it. Throw it out there. You might want to skip ahead. The guy that's been helping him is actually the leader of the Owls. Or was. So it's pretty crazy. And then this mass murderer guy that they resurrected tries to kill... He's getting ready to kill Batman, and they kind of tell him to stand down. And it's kind of like... what the hell was it? Superman Doomsday movie where Lex Luthor made the clone and put a kryptonite thing inside his head. The Talon guy, he's got like explosives in his head, so he goes through his eyes and pulls them out, which is crazy. But yeah. One other thing I forgot to mention on this thing is towards the end, spoiler alert again, Batman actually has the Bat Cow in his cave that Damian Wayne saved and called the Bat Cow. And the cow moves, and he's petting him, and then you see Batman like in just full-out rage. Just kind of like leans back, and all these bats are flying around, and he's just like, ugh. Very cool. But Talon number 6 wasn't too bad either. It's kind of finally getting together, I guess, you know, coming together as a story. Batman the Dark Knight number 18 is friggin' twisted. Absolutely twisted. I guess it has to be if it's got the Mad Hatter. Yeah, it was nuts. Like, basically the Mad Hatter's trying to relive his past, his childhood kind of thing. He's getting all these people together to try to reenact things. And Batman's kind of closing in on him a little bit, even though he's really covered his tracks really well. And the Mad Hatter basically goes to where, you know, he's got everything set up and he needs Alice, the girl that he was in love with when he was a kid, you know, high school, whatever it is, and goes to find her because he has everything set up. And he finds her, and she's married to, I guess, like a jock, you know how it is, and she's all, like, ugly now and, you know, disturbing, you know, kind of like, I don't care about anything anymore. And he's pissed because she doesn't look the way she used to look. So he winds up killing her. So it's just, then he finds replacements and doesn't like them, so he kills them off. And it's just a crazy book, but it's pretty cool. Very enjoyable. Batman hasn't let me down lately. Teen Titans number 18 was kind of a WTF moment in this whole book. Basically, whatever's controlling Robin, Red Robin, whatever the hell you want to call him, he's kind of getting devious. He's playing it kind of like what Batman would do, you know, but he's really stringing his team along, like in not telling the whole truth of things. Like he claims that in Belle Reve, there's a girl that has to be saved, and he brings the whole team in, and he winds up, the team finds out that he's full of shit. There's no girl there, and he was doing something which nobody knows what kind of thing he was really up to, but only he knows, I guess. And then you see like the demon that's related to Raven show up at the end. It's weird, but what the hell. Red Lantern number 18. This one was pretty cool. The first Lantern shows Atrocitus, I think his name is. What would have happened if the Manhunters didn't glitch and destroy his homeworld, and he would have became like a dictator. You see him like killing his wife, his kid kills him, the whole big thing, and basically he's like, that's, you know, not what would have happened. And the Lantern's like, yeah, he goes, it would have, because if your world was, you know, wasn't destroyed, he's like, this is what you would have done. He's like, this is a possibility. And he's like, you choose. He's like, you know, I'll let you choose. Do you want your world to be destroyed, and you can be what you are now, or I can let you go to the life where you know, the whole world lives and you turn into this dictator. And he's like, I want the world where they're destroyed and stuff like that. And then he winds up calling all the Lanterns and the Manhunters and saying that he's responsible for all this stuff and they should kill him. That's kind of how it ends. But moving on to Injustice number 3. Crazy book. I got a chance to play the demo they have up now on Xbox, I guess PlayStation as well. But it's really, really good. And I was joking with my friends that giving me the chance to play as Batman early is like giving a kid pixie sticks and a Red Bull and sending him home to his parents. I've been playing. Granted, like I said, it's a demo. You get Batman, Wonder Woman, and Lex Luthor to play as. You fight basically those characters in Doomsday at the end, and but it's sick. You know, they give you a couple boards. I'm getting used to it, which is a good thing, but a bad thing for anyone I fight against. Batman, I've come up with some really sick, twisted juggle moves already, and I was just laying waste to people in that thing so far in the demo, so I really can't wait to get the game. But in this thing, the book is really cool. Basically, they kind of go after, the government kind of goes after Superman's parents with Mirror Master's help. And Wonder Woman is kind of like, you know, Superman's right, you know, if we do things right and do it the right way, we can make world peace kind of thing and all this stuff. But first we have to get Superman's parents back. That's like a must. And you can see the heroes divide. Like, you can see them like, you know, half of them are like, you know, Superman's totally right, you know, he saved us thousands of times. He deserves our help, you know, I'm with him, and, you know, all this stuff. And then you kind of see like the fraction where I guess they're going to be joining Batman, because Batman's kind of like, you pissed him off before, and if he finds out that the government was responsible for kidnapping his parents, what do you think he's going to do then? Like, Batman's kind of like looking at the president like, what do you think that this guy's going to do to you when he finds out that you've done this? And Superman finds his parents, you know, the Mirror Master kind of, you know, messes with him and gets him to reveal their location. And then Wonder Woman's kind of cleaning up like a mess with like a little war kind of thing. And Ares pops up, and because he's the god of war, and she kind of turns around and says, you know, what are you going to be? You're afraid, you know, what are you going to do if Superman stops a war altogether? She's like, you'll be out of a job, basically. You'll be what? The Ares, the god of ponies, or something like that, makes fun of him. And he kind of snaps. He's like, you know, don't you ever talk to me like that. You know, I'm a god. And like he claims how like he can destroy everybody, whatever, and touches Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman's like, you know, remove your hand or I'll remove it, kind of thing. And Superman shows up and kind of gives him a bitch slap, and Wonder Woman cuts off Ares' hand and stabs him through the chest with a sword. And Ares is just kind of like, damn, you know. But the interesting thing, I don't know if you want to hear this one, but this might be a spoiler alert. But now Ares is a playable character in Injustice, so they kind of revealed him. I also found out Killer Frost is a playable character. Stuff that kind of sucks though is that Doomsday is a DLC character now. So you already got one, but they're only making 4 DLC characters, which is kind of a kick in the ass. You know, it's kind of like, we can do all these things, we can make all these cool characters, but we're going to give you 4 DLCs, which is, I think it's, from what I heard, I believe it's Doomsday. The rumors I heard were Lobo and all this stuff, but it's Doomsday, Raven, and the other 2 I have no idea. I can't remember. Whatever. Moving on. I'm going to do my Marvel review probably on Friday. I do have one hell of a haul coming to me on Friday. And I figured, even though today is comic book day, a lot of other things to discuss. WrestleMania, this is WrestleMania week. My friends are actually going to it. I've gone to many WWE things in my lifetime, but I've never been to a WrestleMania. So I'm hoping sometime in the near future I'll get a chance to go to one. But I am a big wrestling fan. A lot of people don't know that. And as the music plays, like I said, I'm a huge Undertaker fan. He's my favorite, always will be. And it's funny because my friend was talking about it, you know, because like I said, it's WrestleMania weekend and I'm going to watch it on TV. But everyone's talking about, you know, that this is the Undertaker's last thing, which my friend had asked me, he's like, when you do your show, he's like, maybe you can give like your predictions on WrestleMania and talk about stuff. And I was like, all right, well, whatever, you know, request away. Which is funny because Undertaker, I'm going to go into his thing more than anything else. Like I said, it's the match I'm looking forward to, Undertaker versus CM Punk. Because I think CM Punk's cool too. I met him, he's a cool guy. Undertaker I met, great guy. But Undertaker, if you really know the circumstances about what's going on with him, then you'll understand what's going to happen at WrestleMania. It's kind of predictable in a way. Last year, he became 20-0 at WrestleMania. And from what I heard, you know, rumors and stuff like that, and all these things from behind the scenes, because my one friend is like obsessed, absolutely obsessed with wrestling, and he makes it look like sound and look like it's real. Like, granted, I know like the storylines are fake and stuff like that, but the stuff they do is real, man. If you ever see the stuff that they pull off, granted it's, you know, it's practice and stuff like that, but it still hurts. It's still real stuff, man. But you know, like I said, he goes into this stuff like ridiculously, you know, analyzes everything. And from what he was telling me, the Undertaker actually in real life had some form of cancer. That's why he shaved his head, because he had to go through chemo and go through all this stuff, which apparently, you know, he licked it. And that was right before last year's WrestleMania. And they cleared him. They're like, yeah, you can, you know, go and wrestle. And when he wrestled, even though he was cleared, you could kind of tell, like, during the whole last year's thing, that he was just kind of, you know, not to sound evil, but, like, not only is he older, but his body can't handle what it used to be able to handle. Which is true, that's what happens when you get older, and to do just beat a form of cancer, you know, you gotta give him, you know, something. And, last year's WrestleMania was supposed to be his last. That was the whole thing, like, he was gonna retire, that was it, he's done. He was supposed to win 20-0 and then retire as, you know, as undefeated, and that would be it. And that's why they were naming it like the end of the era, because Triple H was kind of done and Undertaker was done, and, you know, whole big thing. And then McMahon turned around. From what I hear, like I said, so like my friend is obsessed with. He hears stuff that's usually they're rumors, but most of the time, 99% of the time, it's true. When he was done with WrestleMania, Undertaker was basically, he's like, I can't do it anymore, and he relapsed. Yeah, he had, you know, they found something else, and he's like, you know, I can't, and they took care of it. You know, he's good, but against I guess, doctor's orders, even though he was cleared. They were kind of telling him not to go back into wrestling. Like, it's just, that's it, call it a day, retire, no more. You know, your body can't take this kind of stuff anymore. And McMahon, I guess, I don't know, I guess pushed him into it. He kept saying that he wants to get CM Punk over, you know, like make him, I guess, like a force or something like that. And they're claiming that this WrestleMania is supposed to be like the passing of the torch. Which, like I said, CM Punk's an awesome wrestler. He's one of my favorites as well. But, no offense, but some of the things that, some of the people who could have beaten The Undertaker at WrestleMania and make him 20-1, CM Punk doesn't really come to mind. Like, you would kind of like, really? That's who you're going to have beat The Undertaker? Because that's the big rumor going around, like I said, is that The Undertaker's going to lose at WrestleMania. And that's what I think is going to happen. I really think he's going to lose because they're claiming that next year this year he's retiring, 2013, you know, whole big thing. And next year he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. And with Paul Bearer recently passing away, they were saying that it's no better time, I guess, because they wanted to put Paul Bearer into the Hall of Fame as well, but they weren't going to do it without The Undertaker. So my prediction is, as much as I hate it, because I think it would have been better the way they left it, is that Undertaker's going to lose at WrestleMania. Like I said, he's my favorite wrestler. It's hard to say it, but just the way things are going, if you really read between the lines, you can see it. If you watch the show, you can see like he's weakening because the urn is destroyed, basically. The ashes are out, all this stuff. And I think he's going to give one hell of a performance, but it just sucks. They should have really let him go out 20-0. Like, that was his thing, undefeated at WrestleMania. But of course, now they're going to make him 20-1. So that CM Punk the next day can be like, I was the one who beat The Undertaker, I destroyed him, he's gone, you know? And then he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Moving on to some other stuff. John Cena versus The Rock. I'm a huge Rock fan. The Rock is awesome. But I don't think The Rock is going to win. If you really look at it, Cena's going to win. He has to win. Because you're not going to have, again, this is like no disrespect, but you can't have a WWE champion who's never wrestling, who's never at the shows. You know, he just kind of shows up, talks about stuff, leaves, and that's about it. It's almost like a gimmick now. So you know John Cena's going to win. You know he's going to beat The Rock and become champion. Or something's going to happen, like some kind of interference. But either way, Cena's going to win. Same thing with the one that's kind of interesting is the Dolph Ziggler thing with Kane and was it Daniel Bryan, Goatface? Because he's had that Money in the Bank thing for, like, it looks like for years, you know, and he just doesn't seem to ever use it. I know they're claiming July is when it's up for his Money in the Bank. I could see him winning the Tag Team Champions and then cashing in the Money in the Bank and becoming, you know, a champion on top of the tag team, and then having AJ, I think she's wrestling for the Divas Championship, watch her win it, so they can have all the gold in one spot. So that's my prediction on that one. Ryback and Mark Henry, you know Ryback's going to win. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, you know Triple H is going to win. I was kind of going the other way. I was kind of thinking if they're going to do a passing of the torch that Brock Lesnar was going to win. But Triple H hasn't beaten Brock Lesnar. So it's kind of like a revenge thing. Like, I doubt they're going to have Triple H go out on, you know, I lost. But whenever they put a career match up, usually the person's career that's on the line is over. So it's kind of a tough one. It really is. Me personally, I think that Triple H is going to win because I think he'd rather have a win against him because he's lost SummerSlam, he lost a couple other ones against him, and go out on a winning streak, I guess. But you never know. With WWE, with McMahon, the way he does things, he'll probably wind up having Triple H lose and retire because Triple H doesn't need to work. He's married to the boss's daughter. He's a billionaire. Friggin' billionaire. And the same thing with The Undertaker. As much as I love The Undertaker and I love watching him wrestle, he's a multi-millionaire too. He doesn't need to wrestle ever again. But it does suck not being able to see him doing what he does. Used to love all the things he would pull off. But like my friend was saying, nothing's like it used to be. You know, everyone gets older and it happens. You gotta retire one day. Yeah, so that's pretty much my stuff. A nice little ramble about WrestleMania. My My friends, like I said, are lucky. They're going to be in WrestleMania. They're going to see all this stuff happen. Which I was telling my friend, I'm like, dude, you're going to be there when The Undertaker loses his first WrestleMania. You're going to see a riot. He's like, yeah, I'm going to wind up getting beaten. But who knows? Another video, like I said, on Friday when I get my shipment, my haul. I'll do my review on the Marvel stuff, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, stuff like that. This Friday should definitely be my last, I'm not going to say forever, but major haul that I'm getting, because I ordered a lot of stuff, and my fiance and I are basically, like I said, got a lot of things doing, so I got to kind of cut myself down. I went through all the issues, titles that I wanted to keep, and even though I had a lot of them, I had to narrow them down, and I'm looking at those titles, and I'm like, can I do without those? Yeah, all right, I'll cut them. So there's not many titles I'm actually going to be picking up for a while. So we'll see what happens. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Comment away. Actually, there really isn't anything else. I think I went over everything. Yeah. Thank you for enjoying my rambling. And I believe that was it. Also, I believe I caught up on everyone else's videos. Finally. Until today, I know there'll be a lot today. So, but I'm caught up, so it's cool. I've been commenting, although YouTube has been pissing me off with their whatever they're doing. Because whenever I comment, I gotta constantly friggin' do it over a billion times because a stupid error message pops up every single time. It's really starting to get annoying. And with the watch later thing, I'll watch something, I'll comment on it, I'll take it off the list, and it'll pop right back up. It's annoying the hell out of me. But anyway. It's not the size of your man cave that matters, it's what you have in it, and what I have in it is a lot of respect for The Undertaker, and I really hope he goes 21-0, but I doubt it. I think he's going to be 20-1. Later.